I don't even know if I know how to turn this shit back on, but we finna give it a shot, man. Uncle Vic Rants, Season 2.
There's a nigga right now somewhere. He at the table with a bowl of Apple Jacks, and he's reading the back of the cereal, and in between eating the Apple Jacks, he's writing some shit, and he want my spot. I'm gonna find him though. I'm gonna sign him. I don't want no problems.
What you gonna start with? Okay. This'll go. Y'all know what I came here to talk about. Same thing everybody else been talking about for once. I ain't here to preach today. Let's get started. Snap. Gotta have that loud snap too. That two-step snap, that OG shit.
I remember y'all niggas.
Y'all hear what that is talking?
Y'all snack, y'all. Y'all just see stars. We play corners and shit. Check it out. You can catch me on top now. Play in the club, throwing a shot down, trying to stay above ground. Another round, breaking day in the club. Surrounded by my own thoughts, playing the cup. Reminiscing on days.
Welcome back, man. Happy to see you, even though I can't see you. I hope y'all happy to see me. Happy holidays.
Had to get our shit together and move it along. Had dreams of being big niggas, jig niggas, driving the hottest cars, moving out with our moms and
Probably ain't even heard this. Y'all know who that was though. Okay. I'm only gonna jam a little bit.
yeah.
I got to. I'm in this vibe, man. Hip hop shit. But we ain't just talking hip hop today. We gonna talk. You know how we do. If you familiar with this, you know what we do here. We talk about
I don't
shit.
work this hard to be around
Hey,
people I
don't like. Who
Gotta
works
be a
hard to
special
be
type
around
nigga
people
to
they
deal
don't
with my
like?
life.
Or
Gotta
be
be
the
a
same one
special
they
type
love
nigga
before
to
they
feel
was
what I
broke.
write. Special like my classics, special like my listeners who have attachments to
No,
my
nah.
style, won't let me pass it. I don't see the point with weak sayings like all them niggas on top be blocking. I never help man stop it. It's hard watching brothers who smart but think they not. I need them to realize what they got is a fresh start. That brother that you claim so powerful, the one you said he has a whole lot of pull, probably already tried to pull
Come on, man.
his brothers up and got betrayed.
What?
Got snake,
They got in the
played.
Nas
He
lately,
finally
man.
balanced his challenges, hard to keep
This
himself.
boy here?
It's so hard for him.
When a nigga
Even
doing
though
good,
it's
you gotta say
talent,
boy,
it's
not
God-given
in that
talent.
that
Stop
other way.
putting your faults on him.
When you gotta call him
Gets
the
you
boy.
down. The man
How
in
Drake
him is
say the
bringing
boy.
the kid and you out. You kidding me? Still playing the
Woo!
victim. You weirding me out. That's what my perspective is. Maybe cause I'm a specialist. Sick the mixed liquor beverages. 6-figure checks are big, but 8-figure checks and you rich. The Nas enthusiast thinking they know what's best for me. More than I know what's best for me. No rest for me. Gotta be a special type nigga to deal with my life. Gotta be a special type nigga to feel what I write. Special like my classics. Special like my listeners who have attachments to my old style. Won't let me pass it. Special.
Come on, man.
Yeah. It's a privilege. VSOP shit.
I don't even know if YouTube's gonna let me get this one off. It's too new. It's too big.
Special.
But we celebrating ghosts
Turn
today.
up the sample, we making magic. This thing is bigger than I could ever imagine. Ducking the flashes from the cameras, leave out the back.
I'm gonna play the whole damn song before we get into what we talking about, man. So, cause I'd play the whole album if I could, but the labels own hip hop, unfortunately.
Nigga, don't tell me what niggas say about me. Tell me why they feel comfortable telling you. Yeah.
Young OG
The
shit.
saddest story come from those who once had the glory. Had the 40s, diamond watches, and the baddest shorties. Now they in they latter 40s. Bunch of kids, scattered shorties. No respect for the neglect, they call they daddy Corey. I'm from a different cloth, that ain't the pattern for me. It's levels to this shit, it's different categories. Can't be like them niggas out here looking fat and gaudy.
You know, I know how the boroughs are.
Man,
Man, I love Brooklyn
talking
rap,
about,
man.
man, that nigga don't deserve that shit. like I was really in these streets. I used to serve that shit. We started from the bottom, had the topsy-turv that shit. Get it while the getting's good, after that preserve that shit. My ex texted me last night, but I curved that shit. Coulda ended up hitting that, be too late to swerve that shit. That's a young mistake, Lord knows I made me some. I love getting brain, that never made me dumb. All I did was make me come. Swear these hoes made me numb. Only feelings for this bitch you been shoulda gave me some. I knew some niggas who had bread, never gave me crumbs. Drank the whole fucking juice and never saved me some. I know how young niggas feel, I had to live through shit.
I know how you young niggas feel, man. About
shit.
future, about all, like, we gonna get into that. I don't want to start right.
The hoes gonna be hoes, they just hate admitting to it.
Hey!
Getting to it, going through and getting through it. Running around killing shit, telling cops I didn't do it. Nice. That's why they call me Young OG. And I'ma spit this dope shit until my tongue OD. I flew my shorty in from Cali and she brung OG. She got me chillin' in my city, but my lungs OT. Yeah. And fuck them niggas online, reply why. Broke niggas talking cause it's free Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna talk about you niggas too today. Let's talk. Okay. Now we can let it go. I just needed that last bar. Broke niggas talking cause it's free Wi-Fi. Oh my God. Greetings and what up though, man. Welcome back to Uncle Vic Rants. I'm not finna take a long break this time. No, we back. I've seen too many podcasts. I was just going through my Spotify today, unfollowing pods that started, never started, went for a year, never went. Yeah, it goes, man. It's hard being a content creator when you have other obligations. It's, man, it is hard being a human with all your obligations. Which is why I'm coming here today to say, Merry Christmas is over. Jesus Christ. Or, you know, we ain't getting all that. We ain't finna be woke. Too many niggas out here woke and broke. And that don't go together. I feel like if you know a lot of things and you're ahead of the curve in that way, then you should never be broke, even though money does not mean everything. But that's another conversation. I'll save that for my New Year episode. I wish I could have got here to really do a deep dive on Christmas, man, because I don't want to talk that shit about Christmas, but I guess we'll say that for 2022, because my stance will more than likely be the same on that. How are y'all doing, man? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do what the YouTubers say do. It helps if you're gonna watch. I'll be having views on it, and the views don't match the numbers of likes, so while you there watching it, just right up under this video, man, hit that like. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell so you can be notified when it drops. Comment under this shit. Let's have a conversation, because I will, you know, like I got 100 million people watching me, so I'll jump back in and respond to you. Y'all see me doing that. But those things make the algorithm go, so let's make the algorithm go, man. The more you make if you like this shit, then you should want to share me with other people. You know, that's just how this works. I would say that's common sense, but there's no such thing as common sense. But Merry Christmas is over. Happy almost New Year, man. It's been a long, rough year. Usually, especially in today's climate, I can just jump in here and point out a specific person to say RIP to, and just give my version of what a eulogy would be. But hey, man, we see it. We losing people. COVID is on the rise. I know 4 people with COVID right now. How many do you know? I'm sure you got a healthy number, because it's going up. Because you niggas y'all want to keep partying. Y'all want to act like it's not a thing. Y'all want to keep saying the pandemic, like we're going to come out of this phase. I'm sure at some point there'll be another thing, but this isn't the pandemic anymore. This is life. I watch y'all lives, bro. I see y'all. I be seeing y'all. I be seeing y'all. Y'all be out here. Excuse me. I'm a little under the weather now. I ain't got that. I ain't got that vid. I just had that vid. And I hope I don't get it again. But I get it again before I get a vaccine. This is how I feel. Don't judge me, nigga. But I'm watching y'all vids, bro. I see y'all on live. Y'all got the bottles with the sparklers. Y'all turning up. Y'all wall to wall. Y'all packed like sardines. And I'm not going to sit here and judge you niggas. I'm not going to sit here and do that. But I'm just saying, be careful, man. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Please. Let's get right into it, man. Let's go with the traditional thing. I'm not here to soapbox you today. I'm here to talk internet talk. Jay-Z. I wish I could play a Jay-Z song right now, but he owns too much shit. He'll cut you off if you play. Matter of fact, let me play one more, man. Because I know I could play this one. I think YouTube might cut me off for this, but let's just talk Jay-Z, man. Let me see if I can get this one off. Because Jay-Z got the internet in an uproar right now. Like, everybody mad. You niggas' romances is over. Y'all niggas so mad about what Ho said. Like, what was he supposed to say? What was he supposed to say?
Let's try this, Guru. Yeah.
Hey!
Try to stop my day anew.
We're going to have a objective conversation, though. I swear we are.
Yeah.
I swear we gonna have I swear I'm not gonna be biased.
Morning, America.
But you niggas got the goat fucked up. If that makes you mad that I said that and you turn this shit off, okay, turn it off. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Like, I feel like he the goat, but it's a bunch of goats. This is a fucking professional rap.
The worst of times.
Hey!
Yeah. I wake up, hit my shoebox, I snatch out a few rocks.
These mixtape joints. I know y'all
put the bomb in my sock so cops can locate the valve. I ain't freshly dressed but got a Colgate smile. That's right. Don't want the same clothes I had on last night. I got
if I'm making you mad by this because you niggas just listen, man. We gonna have a real conversation.
The block like a veteran. Fiends need their medicine. I'm the relief pitcher. They're cleanup hitters. It works. I hit the ab, stash the bag in the dirt. Put the rest in my small pocket. I start clocking. Same routine. I'm running game to fiend. Exchanging cash for crack rock. Back and forth to my stash.
That's a bunch of you niggas going, that's whack.
Shorty's got the ab watch. Fiend swarm. I'm getting rid of this bomb as I
walk up. This is dope dealer talk, man. Every rapper speaks to certain demographics, man, and that's okay. Now, I've been on Facebook this week, and normally y'all know I don't go there. If y'all watch this, you know how I feel about Facebook. You know, that's the projects. Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, all them other ones, I fuck with them a little bit more. You know, high rises, suburbs, all different. Facebook is the project in my projects. Okay, I'm done being goofy, man, because I don't want to be as performative in the next year, but it's fun, man. I know I look like a baby with a beard and blemishes, but I'm a little old. So we gonna have some OG talk. And I think perspective is the thing that's always missing from these discussions. I think that everybody speaks from their own perspective and nobody wants to listen to anybody else's, which is okay in this type of format. But that's a big problem with people in life in general. But, man, Jay-Z went on an Alicia Keys, like, the Twitter. Twitter has the Spaces now. Spaces is basically Twitter Clubhouse. And what he said was, let's play it. Let's play what he said. I know it's too much audio, but let's get context to this, right? Because a lot of the times we have these conversations and there's rarely context to it. You know what I mean? So Jay-Z was on Twitter in the Spaces, and I think it was a response to the Future tweet where he said he has the streets, or I don't know. I don't follow this shit enough to be, I don't know what the youngins say, to be like, just in my terms, to have my ear to the streets, because I guess that's the streets now. But Okay, I can't find it. I'm trying to find the audio where he basically says nobody can stand on the stage with him. Now, we're going to have an objective conversation about that because I went on Facebook and I made these niggas mad, man. I made these niggas mad, bro. Oh, buddy, oh, buddy. Here we go. This is the audio.
Hold his flowers on a Verzuz stage.
Man, ain't nobody stand on that stage with me. I need this. I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect. Everyone's amazing and done what they done. No one can stand on that stage with me. I'm just telling you guys the real. Like, there's not a shot. There's not a chance in hell that anyone can stand on that stage with me for I don't know how long it is. 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Right.
You gotta stand in front of the Grammy family freestyle guys.
Okay, that's enough. Look, because he's finna say I would disrespect these niggas. Now, we know, right? Because this is the conversation I want to have, right? What I've seen is everybody online is, well, in the South, we don't listen to boys be down here down. And I know hey, look, I'm going to do a bad South impression, but so what, man? I love the South. Because if you grew up in Detroit, this is how I feel, right? We were predominantly, and I just speak on the city as a whole, even though I can't do that, we were predominantly West Coast lovers in the 90s. Me, personally, that's the beauty of growing up in the Midwest. To me, you didn't have to claim a coast because when the Midwest was on, we've never been on as a whole, to be honest. Every region of America has had its rise in hip-hop except us, even though we kicking ass right now. Kentucky kicking ass. Ohio, they coming. Detroit is on fire right now. It's a couple cities, you know, that's bubbling, but we've not had the rise like the West Coast had, or the East Coast had, or what the South has been doing for a couple decades. The South has had a couple rises. So there isn't this this Midwest movement thing, but the beauty of it was that I felt like we inherited everything. But naturally growing up, where I grew up in Detroit, I feel like, just me being a youngin' in the 90s, that we gravitated toward West Coast music and Southern music, because before the rise up, the second or third rise of the South, because the first rise of the South was in the 90s, I feel like we gravitated toward that given our lineage, because most of our family, most of our grandmas from Georgia, Alabama, you know, all of that. So we gravitated toward that, right? So this is, and when I'm talking about hip hop, let me just say this. I ain't talking to you dumb niggas. And this is no offense to dumb niggas, because I love all y'all. There is no, I'm talking to niggas, first and foremost, that are, what am I saying, Vic? This is why I need a co-host. That's going to happen next year. Uncle Vic Rants will be doing co-host and special guests and all that, so this can be a conversation of duality, because as long as I'm here, it's just me and my opinion and my thoughts. Just my thoughts, man. Right or wrong, whole voice. But the thing is, we had a certain type of sound. The West Coast sound like us. The Midwest sound like, or vice versa. I don't want nobody to take offense. You niggas so sensitive today. But, this isn't a conversation of, because I don't want to talk to you niggas, man. If you niggas ain't a certain age, I don't want to talk to you about hip hop. If you don't have the ability to be objective, I don't want to talk to you about hip hop. I understand. Now, we could talk our shit all day, because at the end of the day, this is professional rap. So when Jay says, oh, nobody can stand on the stage with me. Now, as a Jay, now, if I contain my bias in that, because I think Jay's the GOAT, like I said, I'm going to say the same thing. These niggas can't do. Wipe the floor with these niggas, man. But if I'm being objective, as a person who loved hip-hop in the 90s, in every era, the 80s, 90s, I was born in 82. So, and I'll be 40 in 2022. Goddamn, clap it up for me. Listen, if you aren't able to have an objective conversation, I don't really want to talk to you, because Otherwise, it's us rooting for our dog in the fight, our favorite team. If you feel like Wayne or Busta or Eminem, and like I said, I'm from Detroit and I love Marshall, but you niggas is crazy to even believe that Marshall has the catalog for Verzuz. And that's not to discredit Marshall's catalog, because Marshall came out the gate and dropped three classics back to back on this Kendrick shit. So I'm not saying that Marshall doesn't make great music or hasn't made great music in his career. He wouldn't be Marshall. This is what I'm saying. This is professional hip hop. This is professional rap. So of course they've made it and they've done what they've done. This is the problem that I have, is we so busy from the nosebleeds telling people what to do on stage that, like, a lot of these niggas out here would get a dick to be in these niggas' predicaments. So to say any one of these people are trash, and that's including Future, Busta, Eminem, DMX, rest in peace, all the people that I've seen people saying can stand on that stage with Jay-Z. Every last one of them is that. If you a Golden State fan and you a Brooklyn fan and they go to the finals, you gonna talk your shit about them. You are going to feel like my team gonna beat your team. But hip hop is a little different. It's not stat based. I know a lot of you niggas, and another one, I don't want to talk to you niggas who mention numbers, because we know that numbers comes from popularity. It comes from marketability. There's a lot of niggas out here that got tons of fans that have made big impacts on the culture, who just because they got white fans or because they got the go-to song, that's what it is. We talking about skill set, catalog, stage presence. This is what we talking about, man. If you niggas ain't talking about that, I don't want to talk to you. Now, let's just say I don't really want to pick out a specific artist for this, but I seen the biggest argument, the biggest push has been Wayne. Wayne is the Jay-Z of the South. Meaning, there had to be a Jay-Z first for Wayne to be the Jay-Z of the South. Wayne himself has said on tons of interviews, he looks up to Jay. I want to be like Hov, and that doesn't mean that you don't want to compete or that you don't think you're better. It's just like Kobe. He followed Michael Jordan in his image, everything from the pivot to the post to the fadeaway. He followed Mike, but if you don't think he wasn't trying to bust Mike ass, you crazy. So it's a difference between our beliefs and our feelings. That's a lot of you problem too. That's a lot of you people's problem too. Us as people, us as humans, we take our beliefs and our feelings and combine them when they're two different things. Honestly, I know you might think it's the same, but it isn't. And this is why. Excuse me, a little under the weather. But if your beliefs, or if your feelings was the truth, if your feelings was right, then somebody would have all the answers. And none of us have any of the answers. So your feelings and beliefs are two different things. You could feel like Wayne to mop Jay-Z up in the Verzuz, or you could feel like LeBron would go to the championship this year and win. But as a LeBron fan, I'm watching what the Lakers is doing, and they're trash right now. This is just the epitome of being realistic, man. Are you niggas realistic or are you not? Now, I could go into how I feel Jay-Z's catalog is this and that, but at the end of the day, and this is, before I even get to that, again, I know I gotta stop doing this. I'm working on myself, man. We all need to work on ourselves. But at the end of the day, it's certain people I just don't want to talk to. If you say shit like relevancy, this person's relevant than this person, or this person sold this many, I don't want to talk to you about hip hop. We talking about two different things. You're talking about popularity, and I'm talking about skill set and catalog, and because we can always have your truth, my truth. I wish you niggas would leave that in this year, because we could also speak on the truth. We can speak on things that have already happened, which is why I say we've seen on record when Wayne says 1,000,000 times he looked at the Hov. That's a true thing that happened. I didn't just say that because I felt like, oh, I'm dick riding Hove. And we use these words too loosely. You niggas gotta stop using words like hating and all that. Because I think Jay can beat Wayne in the verses doesn't mean that that's because I believe Jay can beat Wayne in the verses, or because I feel. Okay, let me say that. Let me say, because like I said, beliefs and feelings. Because I feel that Jay can beat Wayne in the verses doesn't mean that my belief system is set up that way. Because when Jay says no one can stand on the stage with me, now of course the person that's rooting for my dog in the fight is going to say, yes, these niggas can't stand on stage with the GOAT. That's how I feel. Now let's get into belief. Here's the realistic thing about this. It's certain people that can stand on the stage with Hov. Drake, but he won. Drake went on a 10-year run of what? Not number ones, being in the top 10. I don't know what that stat was. The people who know that, they'll comment it, make the algorithm go up. But Drake, Wayne, Kanye, you niggas just said Busta. I don't want to say you crazy because Busta could stand on that stage with him. Regardless to how I feel, my belief system knows better because these niggas are professional rappers at the highest echelon of what it takes to be that. Like I said, most of you niggas talking, screaming from the nosebleeds. Most of you niggas talking, screaming from the nosebleeds, telling a nigga on stage what to do would give your dick away to be on that stage. A lot of you niggas just be talking. And that's the problem. But I say all that to say this. How was he supposed to feel? Hip hop was built on competitive. And I spent a long time on this. I didn't even expect to be, and that's the thing about expectations. They suck. You shouldn't even have those. But I didn't even expect to be on this topic that long. But what else should a rapper, because rap, all music is competitive. Everybody, that's why they have Billboard and SoundScan. Everybody's competing to be the top of their game. So, what else should he have said? Y'all don't even, but I will say this. When Kendrick dropped Control, everybody he mentioned had something to say about it. Only person that spoke on this shit was Future. And yeah, he got the streets. Does he really? Because I would say Lil Baby, Da Baby, ESTG, I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head right now, but I would say it's a lot more people that got the streets than Future got them. You need 20 strong ones. All of them got 20. It's a professional rap. You're supposed to root for your dog in the fight. I'm not mad at nobody about that. But if you don't have the perspective to be able to analyze both careers, because like I said, I feel like Jay could beat anybody or would beat anybody. But it's all about playing spades. And I'm talking about playing spades without the jokers. Niggas who really play spades, bro. Now, depending on song selection, depending on stage performance, I've seen both of these people. I ain't never missed a Jay show. I've said on this platform many a times that I've seen Jay since the Puffy tour in '97, when he was the only person signed to Rockefeller, him, Bleak, and Damon Dash, when it was looking like New 50 and bulletproof vests, wheat Tims, and Yankee caps. Now, I've seen Wayne. I went to Cash Money Rough Riders. Damn, thank God I got to see a lot of this stuff happen. Rest in peace, DMX. But I don't even want to argue with you niggas like that. If you ain't even been in one of these people's shows, have y'all ever seen Wayne live? Young Wayne was a different monster. Have y'all seen Wayne lately on stage? I have. I've seen him in the Carter Run. Wayne got so many songs, mixtapes, all this shit, he couldn't barely remember lyrics. How can he beat him on stage in the verses if he don't even remember the lyrics? Now, that's the biased part of me arguing. Now, perspective-wise, Wayne has the catalog. Everybody has a catalog. This is the problem that I have with a lot of people arguing their point. You can argue for whatever dog you feel like in the fight. You can do that. It's for the people who are non-Jay-Z people. They'll say, don't ever say that nobody can beat Jay-Z, but nobody can beat Lil Wayne. He just did the same thing we did. That's the point of a subjective argument. If you bias to whoever you bias to, everybody can say what the fuck they want to say. You niggas get angry too much and I sound angry right now, and I don't mean to sound angry, but I'm angry at the fact that niggas be mad at other niggas' confidence, man. Like, we can see what happened, especially when you speak in regionality, and you haven't been anywhere. Now, I ain't talking to the ones who have, for you niggas, because you niggas love being defensive. Well, I've been to this point. Listen, I ain't talking to you niggas. I'm just saying this. If you can say I'm from the South, we don't play Jay-Z down here like that. Yeah, I know. Because I was going to Houston every summer in the 90s, and they wasn't vibing to that. But the same thing applies for people up north. Now me, like I said, me and Wayne the same age. I grew up, block is hot. Fuck the block. Before Cash Money had national distribution and Big Time As I Got That Work, Volume 1 and 2, BG, It's All On You, Volume 1 and 2. I really come from that cloth for that, which is why I can say some of the things I say and I feel comfortable in it. Because it's that. And I love Hot Boy Wayne. I don't think, for all you niggas who just know Wayne mixtapes and the Carter series, go back and listen to some of that old Wayne. Even though it's different, Wayne was talking. Now, I know that ain't gonna work in the Verzuz. The block is hot, will. Maybe Shine. Back That Ass Up, because he's on Back That Ass Up. Had to think about it off the top of my head. You know, maybe number one Stunner. He has a very diverse catalog. This is who I want to talk about hip hop with. People who know both sides. That's only I've said all of this to say that if you don't know both sides, shut the entire fuck up. Just, or not, because you have the right to say what you want to say as a free human. But quit arguing with niggas using words so loosely like hater. Just because you dick ride a nigga don't mean another nigga a hater. I love Wayne. I love Busta. I love Marshall. I love everybody that y'all said. I'm just speaking in objectivity when I speak about these things. That's it. We've seen, and before I get off this whole South, East Coast, the regionality of the conversation. Y'all know I love you. Y'all know Houston, H-Town, hold it down. Y'all know that's my second home. Lyricism. And we ain't gonna act like the last rise of the South, and I'm only saying this because of what Future said. We're not gonna act like the last rise of the South wasn't a dilapidation of lyricism. And that's important in hip hop. Now, I'm not talking to the average fan the casual fan who just likes their music. You like what you like. I'm not talking to that person. That's why I keep saying who I'm not talking to, because I don't want all of you niggas responding to me with how you feel. You can respond to, but might not even entertain it that much. But we not gonna act like, because the South has had about 3 rises. The Outkast rise, all them niggas in that 90s rise of the South, Outkast, 8-Ball, MJG, UGK, Scarface, the Ghetto Boys, the Suave Houses, those niggas could rap. Lyricism was still important to them. Shout out to Lil Flip, T.I. Shout out to, we ain't talking about them. Then there was another rise of the South. You had the Ludas, the T.I.s, the South then had a couple rises. We talking about this last rise, the Migos, the Futures, the babies they spawn. Now, this is not to discredit them, because like I said, at the end of the day, all of these individuals are professional rappers. Even the 12th man on an NBA bench will watch one of these everyday niggas at a street court. That's not what I'm saying. But the lyricism dilapidated. Now, this is the old head in me. I'm not hating on melodic rap or none of that shit. What I'm saying is, because I like all that shit. I love Thugger Thugger. Thug is a motherfucker. And Thug can rap. Future can rap. Like, don't get me wrong. They wouldn't be professionals in their field if they couldn't. But we ain't gonna act like this last rise has been a dilapidation of lyricism. My only point is this, man. When you're making those arguments, be able to scan the whole field, man. Have that Tom Brady vision. You know what I'm saying? Be able to look at everything, man, before you make your argument. Otherwise, argue with the casual fans. Don't argue with niggas who really know this shit. Shout out to my nigga Jace. He know this shit. Shout out to a few of my niggas who know this shit. Man. But I spent too much time on that. And before I get out of here, we really need to, since we on this hip-hop topic, we really need to talk about Nasir, man. Who pissed in Nas's Cheerios, man? What did y'all do to him? That boy, he just put out a Project Friday, that magic, he only Griselda-esque run. Nasir. Man. I think about trying to get his catalog up for the Verzuz. Because I know I forgot to mention Nas in that whole conversation. We know that Nas can stand on the stage with Hov. But, man, them catalogs need to be strong. And Nas is adding on to an already legendary, strong catalog. But I think, because this is the thing about hip-hop, right? People get old, we kill our legends off. And we don't tend to respect them in their latter years. Which is corny to me because no other genre of music does that. I saw the Rolling Stones for the 40 Licks tour. I don't remember what year that was. Might have been like 01, 02, but them niggas was old and wrinkly. Can't get no satisfaction. And they fans were in awe. It was admiration. We the only ones that kill. That's why we ain't got no real grandmas. That's why real grandmas is 31 today. Stop killing off the legends, man. Nas is showing you how to age in hip-hop. And it's awesome. It's awesomeness. Too much rock for one hand, rock and roll, hip-hop, because we invented all that shit. But I'm just really proud of Nas, man. And that Magic EP, I don't know if it's an EP album, the shit what he doing with Hit Boy right now, Nas is on the tear. And Nas sounds great. These are people you cannot disrespect, which is why, as much as I've been arguing with you niggas on Facebook, I wanted to give Wayne and Future and all those people their flowers, because at the end of the day, this is professional hip-hop. How many rappers we know? How many parties you go to where a nigga go, and freestyle in your ear, and you know at 60 years old, they still gonna be doing that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What I just need from you niggas is for y'all to stop throwing around hater and goofy ass words in your debate. Cause a lot of you niggas just love to argue. A lot of you niggas just love to scoff at other people's confidence. If I'm confident in Hov, you can't tell me I'm not going to be. What is with that? What is with us on social media where it's like, oh, you think you know everything, or you this and you that? Like, how are we arguing a topic and it becomes personal jabs at the other person having the discrepancy or whatever you want to call it? What is that? What are we doing here? Why are you niggas so mad at other niggas' confidence? This is a big problem. This is why people like Young Dolph and Nipsey are gone. You know what I mean? You have that. That's the real hater shit. Why you niggas is calling other niggas haters? You niggas that call other people haters based on, I'm trying to get out of that word. I swear I am. But you people that call other people haters based on their confidence level, something wrong with that. That's a mental element on your part. And I get on here and talk about mental health a lot because I'm an advocate for it. I understand that everybody isn't in control of how they feel, but your mental health is not anybody else's responsibility. Now, I do agree that we should tiptoe around it because every day that we outside is another day that we trying to come back home. It's another day of us trying to be safe. And in order to do that, you got to play chess, not checkers, and maneuver around other people's mental health issues. But it's also not anybody's responsibility to maneuver around your mental health issues. Your mental health issues is your problem. If you got a problem with me, I forgot the part where that's my problem. If I ain't done nothing to you. What is your problem? You other niggas hate other people's confidence. And y'all start saying this indoctrinated, broken down slave shit like be humble yourself. Now, I do agree that arrogance does not work in every situation. And people should be able to exercise the balance of it. I don't believe that nobody should be walking around with their nose so high in the air that they can't smell their own shit. But in the same breath, why would somebody else's confidence be a problem for you? What is wrong with you that somebody thinks so highly of themselves, or someone else for that matter, that because you don't feel good about you, I'm supposed to feel responsible for that? Since when is that a thing? Confidence haters? Because I remember, see, what we don't understand about the word hater is it's a derivative of the old slang player hater. And player hater meant people that were hating on players in the game, people that were doing good about themselves. So now, I guess it's the same thing. It's just different now. But you niggas is confidence haters? You want me to feel bad about me because you feel bad about you? I ain't here to soapbox you niggas, but I said we was going to get into something. We wasn't going to just talk hip-hop all day. But that's remedial to me. And I don't, because this is another thing that I want to do going into the new year. I don't want to be a racial, I don't want to be, like, make it about race. You know what I mean? But I guess I deal with my community more. So black people have a problem with cutting each other down to be the tallest midget. And I know that's not politically correct. You should say little person, but I need at this point, because I ain't here to be politically correct no more. So I guess you could say this is my heel turn. I tried to be positive and, you know, and I'm going to be positive. But a lot of what I said in the first year of Uncle Vic Rants was me saying things that I feel like people should already be doing. I know common sense ain't common and it's not a real thing because, and I'll get into that. I'll say it right now. There's no such thing as common sense because everybody doesn't commonly have the same experiences. So you think a rich person's common sense is the same as a poor person's common sense, or a white person's common sense is the same as the black person's common sense, or you get what I'm saying. There's no way that common sense could exist when we don't commonly have the same experiences. So I don't believe that's real. But what she talking about she want? Y'all hear my baby out. They're having game night outside. So excuse the noise in my home. But we fighting too tough to be the tallest midget, man. We fighting over stupid shit. That's like trying to be the illest nigga in the street when walking in the rooms where being the illest nigga in the street don't matter. Like, you can't walk into a fucking bank and get a loan talking about you the illest nigga in the street. That shit don't mean nothing in certain worlds. Just like certain things don't mean certain things in other worlds. But you have to learn how to diversify, people. And I'm going to get into that next episode. But I just came here to talk a little bit of shit with y'all because I missed you, man. I hope you missed me. Because I'm back. Y'all know me, man. Don't do it for the likes. Like what you do. Uncle Vic out.